Good morning. We are here at the Rupert Park Pitch and Putt in Vancouver. It is a 1,255-yard course that was designed with the help of Trent Jones, which is a very rare known fact. It does have a lot of undulations. It has a lot of sloping greens. It does have a lot of rise and drop downs in some of its elevations. So it actually takes a little bit of, I guess, knowledge to play here a little bit. It's a fun course. So let's get to it. Here on the first hole, we're going to be playing a 65-yard shot. So for most of the shots here, I'm going to be using a 62-degree wedge. I do stretch because I feel old sometimes. And we're going to try and shoot low today. I haven't done that in a very long time. Haven't played a lot of golf, real golf. I've played a little bit of pitch and putt, but have done a lot of practicing mentally during this COVID. So here we are. First shot. Not thinking too quickly about anything. And we've hit a pretty decent shot. Put this one, I would say 6 feet, 3 feet for a birdie. But as we all know, to shoot low, you have to be a good putter. Now, the one thing that helps you be a good putter is fixing the divots on the green, and not just your own. Everybody else's who really sucks at golf. The problem is everyone who sucks at golf hits one good shot and makes a divot and they forget all about it. Well, not me. I forgot how to make a putt, so we will finish the first hole at even par. All right, on to hole number 2. This is a 75-yard shot. Not too much wind in the air. What are we thinking about? Nothing but golf. So we did hit another good shot, but unfortunately we did spin this one back off the green a little bit. So I am just on the corner fringe, and we plopped that right by the hole. Brutal. So we're gonna have to end this one again with a very clean par. And on to hole number 3. Now here is the betting swamp. If you want to bet and if you want to lose, you must jump into the swamp. Now hole 3 has a little bit of water and shrubbery before this elevated green. This is a 70-yard shot. And I feel like it's okay just drifting a little bit right. But we're going to be over this little hazard and onto that elevated green for a birdie putt. Now, the thing in golf is that most of your shots are made on the putting green, so you may as well be a good putter. The problem with pitch and putt is that those greens are like in a bomb hole, or you want to talk about some sort of war trap. Whatever way you want to cut it, it's not fun to put on these badass greens. And so you'll be seeing me fixing a few divots, but this is also a lesson video. So please, people, fix your divots and other people's divots, because it might ruin your round, and it just actually makes you a better golfer. That's the truth. So we step up to this one, we take a quick peek at it. I feel like it's going to turn a little decently amount to the left. So we hit a good putt, and we hit it just through the break and around that cup. So we will end this one at even par. On to hole number 4. This is a 70-yard shot uphill into this kind of tucked away green. Now we hit a decent shot. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a longer look, but it's a birdie. It's a birdie look. You can't ask for anything more than that in this game of golf. So So always kind of take a look at your putt in a couple different spots. I don't putt a lot. I'm not a great putter, but I feel like I can make every putt. And we do. So we're going to go to 1 under. On to hole number 5. This is another 75-yard hole, but it's now pretty far downhill, as you can see here. Key to golf, keep your knees bent, your arms just hanging, and don't think about much when you hit it. And if you do all those things, you should have a walk down to that green and a putt for birdie. Yeah, you gotta take a look. All right, so now let's try and see what we can do here. It would be really nice to get to 2 under, but we're gonna have to settle for a par because you didn't hit that one fast enough. All right, now on to hole number 7, 6, and it's a 65-yard hole. I did not hit a good shot. I kind of scuffed it a bit, left it just a little short below the hole. Have a pretty tough chip to get this one maybe close, but I could have done better. And we'll leave ourselves this to tidy up for a par. It's not a short putt. These are the ones that will make your knees tremble, and we do end up with a bogey. Back to even par. All right, now we're heading on to hole number 7. It's a 60-yard shot downhill over a hazard. So the hazard is just kind of in front of the green. And the hardest thing about this hole is that those trees on the right, those branches that are overhanging, pretty much always come into play. This time I narrowly avoided them, but I did put it left of the hole and did leave myself a putt for birdie though. It was nice and early in the morning, so not too many people around except Elmer Fudd over there, who decided to leave the camera. And we cannot drain a birdie putt again. So we'll have to settle for par, and on to the 8th hole, which is a 55-yard shot. Again, just like that other shorter hole that was uphill, I kind of clapped at this one, left it just a tad bit short. So we're going to have to use the putter just at the edge, and it broke to the right. I wasn't happy about that, and we're going to have to settle for par. Now we're going to get into the 9th hole. Now this hole has a hazard to the right, trees on the right, all hilly on the left. It's an elevated green, and that pin is tucked away right into that right side corner. And we hit a dandy. Stopped it on a dime. 3 feet for birdie. This game is super easy, right? Wrong. All right, on to hole number 10. This is another 55-yard hole. I don't know why these are giving me trouble today, but I leave this one just short. But it's an elevated green, raised up, and it's all kind of knolly around it. So anything you miss ain't that great, but this one kind of just off the top of the green. And we give it a little bit of a run here, but we're going to have to try and put this in for par. But this game isn't easy, so we're going to have to walk out there. Still tied with the course. All right, hole number 10. This is a 65-yard shot, nice and open. Kind of have a little bit of an elevated green. It's pretty nice. And we stick this one a little further from the pin, but give ourselves a shot at birdie. And that one just tickles the left edge. Unfortunately, we're going to have to walk away with a par. Now on for the rest and relaxation portion of the round. Okay, here we are. We are all set up for a 55-yard shot downhill. Little hazard to the right. OB on the left. But you're not going to get OB. You're going to get real tight to that pin again. Yes, we have another shot at birdie. Today we're supposed to go low, right? Imagine all these birdie putts would be dropping. Well, so I guess you know what's going to happen here. Around the hole we go again. So the right line, bad pace, barely. And we'll have to settle there with a par. All right. On to hole number 13. This is a little small hole. Trees kind of do come into play because this green is completely elevated. You miss it, you got a tough second shot. It's very sloped green here. So I decided to help a few more golf gods release their quota for the day and fix a couple divots. Think about this putt because it does turn severely to the left. And I am getting sick and tired of missing all these easy birdie putts. So we'll drop that in for a birdie. All right, on to the longest hole. It's a 120-yard hole uphill. So it plays about 140, 145. When they put this pin in the back corner onto this elevated green, you kind of have to take the trees out of it and go around them or over them. So I bring my 9-iron just for this one shot at this course. So I did leave this one turning a bit to the left. I left it in the farthest spot on the green. I do decide to hit a second ball just because this is the 120-yard hole uphill. It's fun to hit a different kind of cut shot. So I'm going to try a little bit of a cut and get this one in here. And it kind of works out real good. I came up just a tad short, but you'll be able to see these greens. It really runs away from you. So I kind of took a kick just to the right here, just off the edge. But we're going to take that big, long putt for birdie. Now, I'm not the world's greatest putter. But like I said before, I feel like I can make everything. Some of that goes into just having a walk on the green, feeling how it goes. You have to know the pace of the greens. That is the most crucial part of any kind of golf that you're ever going to play, is just be familiar with the speed and the pace. You can work around all the undulations. You have to be a little bit smart if you're going to try and take some of those long breaking putts and have them set. But here we hit a really good putt. It was on line and tracking. That was about a 70-footer. So we're going to calmly step up. And this, I still left about 4 feet, but I had the read. We dropped that for par. All right. We're going to head on to hole number 15. This is a 75-yard downhill with the backstopping green that slopes towards into you. Real simple shot. And we're going to give ourselves another chance at birdie. Again, this one does break heavily to the left, and it also is a very big downhill breaker. So these are one of those putts. You miss this putt by the hole, or if you give it a little bit too much pace, you're going to have a 7-footer coming back. These are the things that help your golf score. Do not leave yourself a 7-footer coming back. I barely touched that one and got it just sitting outside the hole. And we'll settle for par. So we'll go to hole number 16. Now we're playing a pretty good downhill, 95-yard shot. Kind of protected by these trees on the left, but I do get it around them. I do have it sit down for me well, and we landed it just on the fringe. So I did put some extra effort into fixing these divots by the hole. Why, do you ask? I don't know. I just like to be courteous, and it gives you something to do when you're waiting instead of just, overbearing over your shot real quickly. Especially if you're by yourself. When you're with other people, you might forget about divots a lot quicker. But fix them. It actually helps you feel the green. I'm not kidding. And you get an idea. Now, on top of that, the golf gods really do eventually smile at you when you do take things into your own hands. And we drop that for a birdie. So we're going to head into hole 17 at 2 under. Now, if you're an amateur golfer, you are going to love this shit. Yeah. So we decided to hit a second shot just for the fuck of it. And it was good. It just landed up on the right side of the green. But my first one got so lucky. Thank you, golf gods. You decided to shine down on me for one round I ever decided to film in my entire life. So, thank you. But not good enough because we cannot make it. And we knocked that one in for a par. So we're going into the 18th at 2 under, the best I've ever had. Now, we all know what can happen on the 18th. This is a downhill with a 2-tiered green. Pin is on the back tier today. And we are loving it. You know why we're loving it? So we've got another putt for birdie and to go to 3 under. I understand that there was a lot of putts that were missed today. You tell me how low you think I should have gone. What was the impact of the golf gods in this round? And will there be a lower round being shot in the near future? Now, this is all up for debate. I'm just trying to see if I can get Phil Mickelson in a wager match, or even Brooks Koepka. I don't want to play Bryson because I just don't like looking at his swing. But I would love to play Danny Willett and take his green jacket. And we drop that in for a birdie. So Tiger, if you're watching, we're